What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. It has indeed been a while. I just wanted to jump on here and give you a bit of an update on what's been going on in my life and what I've been up to. Hopefully I sound 1,000 times better versus last time. I know last time I still had a bit of a congested plug nose, still getting over that flu or whatever it was, and then of course after I got over it, my family got it. All of my friends got it, and yeah, so I think I was the first one to get it. Anyways, yeah, we're back. So what have I been up to? First month of the new year is down. What a crazy month. Lots of my projections that I had set on a monthly basis were hit. Lots were not hit, and yeah. Before we get into that, kind of like something that you should do with goal setting or target setting, I call it targets. These are targets that I want to hit. I feel like when I say goals, we're like, what are my goals? I want to hit this goal. I want to hit that goal. I just feel like a child where I'm like, yeah, these are my goals. These are my aspirations. Whereas I feel like targets are more, okay, there's a target. Here's a plan. Let's do it. Let's execute and let's reach that target. And if we don't reach that target, well, what went wrong? How can we adjust so that we can reach that target? I like that language better. And I'm a strong believer in mentality, especially in business, where you need to have a strong mindset. And I know I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I hate buying, say, a course, for example, and the first module or first section or first learning phase is mindset. You got to get your mindset right. You got to have the right mindset. But it's so true. It is so true. You absolutely do have to have your own mindset. To give you an example, this past week, today's Friday. It's Friday the 7th, February. From the 3rd to the 6th. So from the 3rd, so that was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There was so much that I had to do, just so much for my clients. It was the first week after month end, so much for my students that are in my coaching program. There was so much for the new stuff that I'm rolling out, and as well as just keeping up with my regular personal life. There was just so much that I had to do, where I was getting, I think the most hours sleep I got was 5 hours, and that was a very crappy 5 hours. All the other nights I got 3-4 hours of average sleep. And Thursday it started to really mess with my mental, where you start getting these negative thoughts. And this has taken me about 2 years to develop, where if I get a negative thought, I instantly just shut it out. And I almost guilt trip myself. I'll give you an example. If I get a negative thought now, it's just a habit, or it's just automatic, where I'll either out loud, if I'm alone, or in my head, I'll go, how dare you? How dare you have the audacity to think about yourself or think about what you're doing that negatively? How dare you? That is such a backstabbing thing to do. What are you, a backstabber? What are you, a liar, a traitor? And once I start speaking like that, I go, no, I'm not a liar. No, I'm not a traitor. Okay. Well, let's start to change up this mindset and actually support yourself, because in life in general, you can only really rely on yourself. You've got your parents, your friends, and your staff, and your family, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you can really only rely on yourself. So if you have negative thoughts, you've created your own negative thoughts. It's not helping you. It's not helping you push forward. So every single time you get a negative thought, at least for me, I just guilt trip myself into thinking, what are you, stabbing yourself in the back? Are you a traitor? Are you a liar? Are you not trying to be successful for yourself? Forget about your friends, your family, your future family. For yourself, are you not trying to be successful? And then after you get there, you can then start to think about outside reasons and causes for being successful and whatnot. Anyways, just something that I thought that I'd throw in there. I got a sticky note right here, so I don't go off on those tangents like I just did. Anyways. Okay, so a couple updates on the business. I'm expanding my bookkeeping and accounting business. That's taken up, I'm not gonna lie, most of my time. I'm expanding in a different way. I'm going to be doing a lot of different client acquisition strategies and different demographics too. Once I know more and once I get a more clear idea of what I'm going to be doing, I'll be sharing that with you guys. So make sure you stick around for future updates. But yeah, I'm rolling out a lot of different things for growth and in terms of growing my actual business. So that's exciting. I'm going to focus more on cash collected. That's one thing that I want to do. It's something I think I could have done better last year. Last year I did a lot of closes. Like I closed a lot of deals last year, but I don't think that I structured them properly or correctly. Excuse me. And the reason, or what I mean by that, is prime example. I closed an $18,000. It was $18,000 or $16,000. I actually think it was $15,000, but after tax it was 18, which I don't count tax as my revenue, 'cause it's not me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's all the government. Anyways, it was a $15,000 deal that I had closed, and we were doing a lot of work. But essentially, I took a $2,000 retainer, which is so low. I should have never taken that low of a retainer. But we live and we learn. So $15,000 deal. I took $2,000 up front, and that project took about 2.5 to 3.5. I'm going to call it 4 months just to play it safe. That project took me 4 months to complete from 0 all the way to finishing 100%. And I never got paid the remainder until after the project was completed. And that's just because of the way that I structured the actual deal. So what I'm doing this year is I'm changing that up completely. I'm now focused on cash collected and getting cash in my bank versus just closing all these deals and having my account receivables just blow through the roof. Okay. I'd rather have a little tiny account receivables, but cash super high. That's what I want to have. So that's what I'm currently working on right now. And that's what I've been working on for the last month or so. And so far it's been going quite well. I'm not going to lie, it's taken a bit of I've had to mentally shift because I'm not closing as many deals because I'm now requiring cash up front to either move forward or have a second sales call or something like that. And I need to adjust because obviously the number of closes that I'm getting is lower to what I would do before. But at the same time, before I would close a lot of deals, but nothing would happen for 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 months. Because people procrastinate with their taxes and their accounting, and they push it off. And I've got enough work to do where I'm not going to rush them and annoy them every single day. So that is with my accounting business. The second business that I'm expanding more on is the white labeling service. I made a video about that a while ago, and I haven't really talked about it since because I haven't really. It's not a business that I advertise. It's more something that I only offer to my inner circle or my connections, my students, and stuff like that. But basically, what I do with that is on a very, very low level, like tip of the iceberg explanation, is I white label tax planning services to mostly bookkeepers or accountants who don't want to A, do the tax work, or B, don't know how to do the tax work. Obviously, to offer tax planning and tax strategizing, you've got to really know your stuff. And a lot of people don't. They just don't know all the tax laws. So I'm offering a white label tax service like that. Basically, whatever I bill, let's say if you were my client under the white labeling business, let's say I bill you $5,000, you can go and then bill your client $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 or whatever you think is fair. So you can mark that price up and you can provide that service under your name, but mark the price up and you take a profit. So it's pretty good. And I'm starting to build that and make it more formal and more of a separate business where I can officially advertise it and grow that business on a separate note, not just off of my personal connections or my inner circles or from my students or anything like that. I want to build it out where a bookkeeper that I have never heard of and that I've never met can sign up for the account or can call me and sign up, and we can start doing the white labeling that day or that week. And right now it's not at that point. It's a bit rough, but that's all part of the startup phase. Is you do what works and you fix what doesn't. So that's what I'm in the middle of doing. Third business that I have, I don't really call it a business. It's my coaching and my mentorship. That's going good. I've added a couple more students over the last month. Honestly, that's more of a side. I don't want to say side hustle, but more of an enjoyment. I don't mind. I really enjoy Zoom calls with my students, and it's fun just to talk to people who have similar interests, and not talk about their financial statements like I do with all my clients. So that's really fun. Some things with that is a lot of you have inquired about it, but very few have joined because I'm very selective on who I've let in. Just because for the time, not the time on your part, but more so the time on my part. Like, I'm not going to let you in if I don't think that you'll succeed or if I don't think that you'll get results. And I've turned away quite a few people, and they've asked if I have course materials or a course that they could buy, and just that for like a lower price. Because with my actual... camera's turning. Because with my actual mentorship program, I've got two different packages. I've got one at $6,000. Or no, sorry, that was one of my most recent ones. I got one at $12,000 and I've got one at $8,000. But people have been asking if I have like course materials for like a lower price, for like $1,500 to like $2,000 and stuff. And I can absolutely do up a course or like a step-by-step guide or this or that or whatever. I just don't think that those are very valuable. And if I did do one up, I think I would only like sell it, and I'd feel morally like it's worth like $1,000 or $1,500 or something, maybe $2,000 if I added like a bunch of cool stuff. But overall, I just don't think that those are worth it. If people are dead set on buying them and it works for that person, then great. But for me, on my experience and from what I've seen, I don't think that buying courses is all worth it. I have bought in... I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say this, but I've bought in courses. I spent $6,000. My last course that I bought was $6,000 USD. So that was in September, I think, August, September, or October of last year, around that time, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Around that time, around the end of summer, start of fall. But I spent $6,000 USD, and that was just course material. That was no mentorship, no coaching or nothing like that. I hated it. It's like, I don't know. Look, if it works for you, great. But I think there has to be some kind of a one-on-one coaching aspect to it, or one-on-one mentorship aspect to it, where there's like one-on-one time to learn from that actual person that you are buying that course from. That's like what I think. So, I mean, it depends. If a bunch of you guys came to me saying, no, give me the course for say $1,000 or $1,500, and I'll take it for myself, and I don't really need the one-on-one calls. Fair. I think you do, but I'm not going to sit here and be arrogant and question what the market wants after it's quite literally told me. So, by the way, business tip, listen to what the market wants. If they want something, just give it to them. But yeah, so that's what is going on with my mentorship program. So yeah, there's a bunch of moving parts, and throw on top all of that just your personal life, like keeping up with friends, family, girlfriends, all that stuff. So it's definitely a lot. It's been busy, but we've been slugging away. Today, or I should say last night, was the first night this week that I got over 5 hours of sleep. I got a solid 6 hours, and then I slept in a little bit, and I got an extra 45 minutes. So I got a perfect 6 hours sleep plus a little 45 minutes of sleeping in. And I feel great. I feel very energized. So yeah, wanted to jump on here, give you guys a bit of an update on what's going on, and what you can expect in the future. But with that being said, you guys drop down in the comments if you guys want to see anything specific, whether you guys want to see more sales videos, more client acquisition videos, more systems and operations, or anything like that. Drop your questions down below and what you guys want to see in the future. And with that being said, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.